Once upon a time, in a peaceful village near a vast forest, two friends were known for their strong bond. They had spent many years together, sharing stories, helping each other through hardships, and enjoying the beauty of nature. One day, the friends decided to take a walk through the forest, as they had done many times before. However, this time, they knew that the forest could be a dangerous place, filled with wild animals, and they made a pact to stay close to each other for protection. As they walked along the narrow path, they were chatting happily about their lives, when suddenly, the sound of twigs snapping underfoot interrupted their conversation. They froze, recognizing that they were not alone. A large bear emerged from the trees, its sharp eyes fixed on the two friends. Both men were paralyzed with fear. They had heard stories of the ferocity of bears, and now, they found themselves in the terrifying position of facing one up close. In the blink of an eye, one of the friends, who was quick-witted but also frightened, panicked. Without a second thought, he turned and climbed up a nearby tree, leaving his companion standing alone on the ground. The other friend, terrified and desperate, tried to think of something that might save him. He remembered a piece of advice he had once heard: when faced with danger, sometimes the best thing to do is to stay still and pretend to be dead. Hoping the bear would lose interest, he immediately collapsed to the ground, holding his breath and pretending to be lifeless. The bear, intrigued by the scent of the fallen friend, slowly approached. It sniffed at his ear, circled him for a moment, and then, as if convinced that the man was no threat, wandered off into the forest, disappearing as quickly as it had come. The man who had remained still waited a few moments before he dared to move again. His heart was pounding, but he was alive. Meanwhile, the other friend, who had climbed the tree, watched the entire scene unfold from a safe distance. He waited for the bear to leave, and only then did he cautiously climb down the tree. As he reached the ground, he rushed over to his friend, eager to hear what had happened. The man who had pretended to be dead looked at him with a mixture of relief and frustration. "What did the bear say to you?" the tree climber asked, thinking his friend might have been saved by some sort of wisdom from the bear. But the other man, who had just survived the terrifying encounter, shook his head slowly. "The bear didn't speak, but it did teach me a lesson," he said, his voice steady. "The bear simply advised against believing a false friend." The climber was confused at first. "What do you mean?" he asked, puzzled. The other friend explained, "You left me when the danger came. Instead of sticking by me, you ran up the tree to save yourself. The bear, it seems, recognized that I was alone and vulnerable, but I stayed calm and tried to survive. The bear didn't harm me. But your actions showed me something about trust. True friends don't abandon each other in times of need." The climber's face turned pale with guilt as he realized the truth of his friend's words. He had abandoned his companion in the face of danger, putting his own safety above the friendship they had shared. This experience taught him that loyalty and support were more important than self-preservation. From that day forward, the two friends never forgot the lesson the bear had unknowingly taught them. They understood that true friendship meant standing by each other, no matter the circumstances. They knew that, in life, when faced with difficult times, a real friend is someone who sticks with you through thick and thin, even when danger seems inevitable. Moral: true friends stand by you in all situations, showing loyalty, trust, and support, especially when times are tough.